Welcome to our guide on writing a literature review section. Today, we're going to dive deep into the essential components and strategies for crafting a comprehensive and effective literature review. Let's begin by emphasizing how to develop your main argument, address counter-arguments, and chart a way forward in your research. The cornerstone of any literature review is its purpose. It's not just a summary of existing works. It's a critical analysis that identifies the current state of knowledge on your chosen topic. By establishing the research context, you position your work within the existing scholarly discourse. This process helps you identify gaps, inconsistencies, and areas that need further investigation. But how do you come up with your main argument? Start by thoroughly examining the existing literature. Look for patterns, trends, and recurring themes. As you synthesize this information, you'll begin to see where your research fits in. Your main argument should address a gap in the current knowledge or offer a new perspective on existing ideas. Now, let's talk about counter-arguments. It's crucial to acknowledge and address opposing viewpoints in your literature review. This demonstrates your understanding of the complexity of the topic and strengthens your own position. Identify the main counter-arguments to your thesis and critically evaluate them. Explain why your argument is more compelling or how it complements existing perspectives. The way forward in your research should emerge naturally from your analysis. By identifying gaps and inconsistencies in the current literature, you'll uncover areas ripe for further investigation. This will inform your research design and methodology, ensuring that your work contributes meaningfully to the field. When conducting your literature review, follow these key steps. First, define your research questions or objectives. This will guide your search and help you stay focused. Next, develop an effective search strategy. Use relevant keywords and reliable sources to find pertinent literature. As you gather sources, select and evaluate them based on credibility, relevance, and quality. Not all published work is created equal, so be discerning in your choices. Extract and synthesize information from your selected sources, organizing it by themes, concepts, or chronology. This will help you see the big picture and identify trends in the field. Critically analyze the literature, evaluating strengths, limitations, inconsistencies, and gaps. This is where you'll develop your main argument and address counter-arguments. Finally, organize and structure your review. You might choose a chronological, thematic, theoretical, or methodological approach, depending on what best suits your topic and argument. When it comes to writing your literature review, structure is key. Start with a clear introduction that provides an overview of your topic, states your research questions or objectives, and outlines the scope of your review. In the body of your review, present your findings in a logical and organized manner. Whether you choose a chronological, thematic, or other approach, ensure that your ideas flow smoothly from one section to the next. Throughout your review, analyze and synthesize the information you've gathered. Identify patterns, trends, and relationships between different studies or theories. Discuss the strengths and weaknesses of the existing literature. Don't shy away from critical evaluation. Identify gaps in the current knowledge, point out inconsistencies or unresolved issues, and discuss the implications for your own research. This is where you can really showcase your understanding of the field and the significance of your work. In your conclusion, summarize the main findings of your review. Highlight the key contributions of existing research and discuss their significance. Most importantly, clearly state the directions for future research that your review has uncovered. Remember, a literature review is more than just a summary of existing works. It's an opportunity to demonstrate your critical thinking skills and your ability to synthesize complex information. By carefully constructing your main argument, addressing counter-arguments, and charting a way forward, you'll create a literature review that not only informs your readers but also advances the scholarly conversation in your field. As you write, be mindful of your citation and referencing. Use a consistent citation style throughout your review. This not only gives credit where it is due but also allows your readers to easily locate the sources you've used. There are several types of literature reviews, each with its own focus and purpose. An argumentative review selectively examines literature to support or refute a specific argument. An integrative review aims to generate new frameworks by reviewing, critiquing, and synthesizing existing literature. A historical review traces the evolution of an issue or concept over time. Other types include methodological reviews, which focus on research methods used in studies, and systematic reviews, which use pre-specified methods to answer specific questions. Theoretical reviews examine the body of theory related to an issue or concept. Most literature reviews combine elements of multiple types to provide a comprehensive analysis. When structuring your review, include an overview of the field. Divide your discussion into thematic or categorical sections. Compare and contrast different works and draw conclusions about their contributions to the field. Critically evaluate each work, considering its provenance, methodology, objectivity, persuasiveness, and validity. Use evidence from your sources to support your interpretations, but be selective. Highlight only the points that are most relevant to your research problem. Use quotes sparingly instead. Focus on summarizing and synthesizing the information in your own words. This helps maintain your own voice throughout the review. Avoid common mistakes such as including sources that don't clearly relate to your research problem or relying too heavily on secondary sources instead of primary research. Don't uncritically accept findings. Always approach the literature with a critical eye. Be sure to describe your search procedures and synthesize your findings, rather than simply reporting isolated statistical results. To assess the completeness of your review, look for repeating patterns in the findings. If you're seeing the same ideas repeated without new insights, it might indicate that the research in your field has reached a conceptual dead end. This could be an opportunity for you to propose new directions for research. Also, pay attention to the researchers being cited. If you're seeing the same names over and over, it might suggest a lack of new ideas in the field. Use citation tracking tools like Google Scholar to see who has cited leading scholars in your area. This can help you identify newer research that builds on foundational work. In conclusion, writing a literature review is a complex but rewarding process. By carefully developing your main argument, addressing counter-arguments, and identifying future research directions, you'll create a review that not only synthesizes existing knowledge, but also pushes your field forward. Remember, a good literature review doesn't just summarize. It analyzes, critiques, and paves the way for new discoveries.